Alright, part 2 of this No Man's Sky Remnant update. We're going to have a look at some pictures before the update is installed in my game. So the next one is, let's have a look at this picture here. That is where you can throw in your debris. That is a debris destroyer, probably. It destroys your debris, and when your debris gets destroyed, then you can earn rewards. Like this box, that is a reward box, and I don't see any other one. Those crates here, those are rewards as well. So if you destroy them, you will get this box and these two crates here. But you need to find them first and crush them here in the debris crusher. I wonder what those things here are in the back. You can build this truck to transport your debris. You can also use the Cravatino gun as well. So let's take a look at this one. You can build this truck here. The cabin here looks something like out of a out of a combine harvester or something. I don't know. Looks pretty cool anyway. And let's scroll down. The Colossus flatbed module. Wow. Okay, Colossus flatbed module. Aspiring scrap hunters can install a typical flatbed and on the Colossus exocraft. Yeah, exocraft. I think those vehicles are going to be in the exocraft section where you can select your exocrafts for easy transportation of large hauls. An electromagnetic containment field minimizes cargo loss. Wow, nice. I think it's this thing here. The electromagnetic containment field is this thing here, which minimizes cargo loss while navigating over uneven terrain, but drive carefully up steep slopes. So that will here prevent your cargo from dropping out of your flatbed here. You can see it right down here. Here. As you guys saw in the first instance, here you could see here the containment field. Here it was the containment field, and you can see them tipping out the boxes out of the flatbed, and they just fall out of the flatbed and roll down the hill here. Pretty cool, right? How that is done. All right. I wonder how you can tip the flatbed. Do you have to be inside the truck, or can you do it from the outside? I think you can do it from the outside because of this thing here, this area here. There. You just probably stand here, like he's doing. Stand here, and press the E key. When the untipper icon appears, press the E key, and then the flatbed is going to tip out your items. So this is a tip. This icon here is the tip, and this icon here is for the flatbed to go normal, to go down here. So alright, what do we have down here? That is probably where you can get your armor, as I have mentioned above, where you can get your armor. Then around a ball here or something, where you can get your armor. Community expedition. Let's have a look at the community expedition. Join the community in a time-limited expedition staged in the sense of a single planet across country. Drive across country and strip the desert of dangerous industrial remnants. To the community in a time limit. I don't know how long the time will be because the time is limited. I don't know how long the time is going to be limited for. Stitching the sense of a single planet. Okay, drive across country and strip the desert of dangerous industrial remnants. That is, those are the industrial remnants that are lying around on the planets, on some planets. Probably not all of them, but only on some. And then you can, if you destroy these remnants, then you can earn these things here. Off-road Colossus wheels. Configure your armored vehicle with a variety of super elastic wheels, track treads, and off-road running gear like tracks. Like he has on the back here, you can see how it's done for driving across any planetary environment. You have here the cabin, the chassis, running gear, you paint, rocket unit, front decal, left decal, rear decal, right decal, and the configurations. But he's doing the running gear. Running gear 1, 2, 3 are the tracks, 4 are the wheels and tracks, 6 tracks up front, wheels on the back, 6 is all tracks, and 7 are the those funny looking wheels. Alright, nice. Then we have here waste processing plants. Can't wait for this. This is going to be awesome. A new type of facility, the waste processing plant, is now established on scrap worlds. So you have to fly. You have to take out your map system, and then probably have to find these new worlds where the scrap is on. So these industrial centers offer opportunities for scrap haulers to extract materials and earn rewards for shipping or for stripping planets of industrial waste. Specialized processing units safely contain and dispose of radioactive, explosive, and toxic material. Toxic materials, cool. So these are the buildings where you can probably bring your waste to. These buildings here, like the waste here is radioactive. Those are probably for radioactive waste. These are for, I would imagine, for explosive waste. And by the looks of this building here, this building is for toxic, because you can see the toxic decal on the door here of this here building. Even here, the toxic decal here that they put on there. This is for toxic waste. This is for toxic waste. So you have you have 3 different buildings for 3 separate waste items: toxic waste, explosive waste, and radioactive waste. This building site right here. So you can see it down here. These buildings here. This is toxic waste. This is radioactive. You can see the radioactive decal here. Come on. Here, that is radioactive. That's the radioactive decal right here. So here you can bring in your radioactive waste. This is a toxic waste, where you can bring toxic waste items. Which is this building right here. And here you can bring your explosive waste and earn rewards. You can see how it's done right there. You can pick up these items with the Gravitino gun. He's throwing them in here. I don't think there's another way of doing this, unless you probably have a truck with a crane on it, and then you can use that truck with the crane and just lift up these items and just put them in here. But it'll be done easier with the Cravatino gun, which looks pretty sick. Looks pretty cool. I love that idea. Nice one. So that would be an explosive item that is a radioactive one, and that is, what did we say what we have? Toxic, yeah. Alright, let's scroll further down. What else is new? These vehicles are new, so let's check them out. Heirloom customization set. Participants in the Remnant expedition can earn a lavish set of exosuit armor. So the armor is for your exosuit. Probably that thing in the center here, I don't know. Inspired by the traditional designs of Balaron textile merchants. So in space stations, I think it is. In space stations, we have now Balaron textile merchants. You probably can find them in space stations around the galaxy systems, and you probably can find them now also in the anomaly stations. When you spawn your anomaly inside your star system, you can do that. When you complete the primary missions in the game, spawn your anomaly, and then you will find probably the Balaron textile merchants in there. Ornate detailing and plush padded fabrics elevate the attractiveness and status of the wearer. Alright, nice. And that is what these armors look like. You have this armor thing here in the center, and you can change color of your exosuit as well. So you'll be carrying that with you all the time. When you have this armor suit on, that is probably part of the armor setup. When you get hit by an enemy, this will probably here get activated, and then you'll be shielded from gunfire. I'd imagine it's probably how it works. This thing will turn on automatically, and then you get protected by this here shield against enemy gunfire, or even against the Centennials. When they fire at you and you fire at them, they will start firing at you, and then you can use this here shield to protect yourself so that you won't die. Alright, but the armor suit looks pretty cool. I like how they did that. So what do we have here? Capture Centennial drones. Now you can capture them with the Gravitino gun. It says here the Gravitino coil can also be employed in combat, in ground combat, capturing flying Centennial drones and fling them aside, even using them as weapons against each other. What that means is you can pick up Centennials with the Gravitino gun, a Gravitino coil or gun, yeah, and you can fling them at other Centennial drones. I wonder if you can pick up Centennial walker bots. You probably can. I have to try that out. If you can pick them up, because they're pretty big. Will the Gravitino coil pick up a walker bot, or a walker brain for that matter? Can you pick up a walker brain? Because the walker brain robots are huge, and it'll be good to know if these guns can pick up a walker brain robot. So that is the best thing that they ever added into a game, a Gravitino coil gun which can pick up objects and just fling them around. That is pretty amazing. Cool. Nice one by the developers. Very cool. Then we have here the new Colossus cabins. Switch up the aesthetic of your Colossus uh, Exocraft with a choice of cabins. So you can get cabins with your Colossus Exocraft here, each accompanied by its own unique cockpit layout. Wow, cool. Join the Remnant expedition to earn the exclusive symmetrical cabin reward. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do all the Remnant expeditions with a couple of people. But join them on Discord. I don't know what the Discord is, but you can definitely join the No Man's Sky crew on Discord. You probably have a Discord link down here on the page somewhere where you can join them. So customizing the cabin here. So number 2, number 3 cabin is on top of your vehicle here, up front here. Number 2, number 3, you have 3 options to choose from here. Number 1, number 2, and number 3. So you have 3 options of cabins that you can choose for your exocraft here. Pretty cool. Down here, that is the inside of the cabin. The inside, when you're looking at the inside, you can change vehicle view from the outside and from the inside as well. You can also do that with other exocraft vehicles. Alright, let's see what we have down here. Volatile waste. Let's see what it says. Industrial waste is more than scrap metal. It can also be found in the form of toxic barrels, radioactive crates, and explosive canisters. Successful scrap hunters will take care to handle volatile waste responsibly. And that is how it's done. They're showing it down there how it's done. With the Gravitino coil, you can pick up these these crates or canisters with the Gravitino coil, and you can just fling them and throw them at people. You can also throw them at enemies, and they will explode, just like you're seeing down here in the tutorial here. So you have toxic barrels, radioactive crates, and explosive canisters. So those are the explosive canisters, and successful scrap hunters will take care of them responsibly, and with you can turn them into into other items. Paint finishes for your exocraft. Add the final touch to your Colossus configuration with a selection of paint finishes applicable alongside your color of choice. Sign up for the Remnant expedition. We can do those. And the update to earn a limited edition camouflage finish. Wow, camouflage. Camouflage is pretty cool. So hopefully I'll be getting that for my vehicle here. That is probably... Does he have the camouflage on here? He's doing the paint. Let's have a look. Let's see if he has the camouflage on here. Number 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think he has the camouflage paint job on here. Yeah. Looks pretty cool that you can change the different types of colors on your exocraft vehicles. Pretty cool. You can also change colors on your starship. You can change colors on your freighter. That also works, and you can change colors on your exosuit as well. But you need the color modifier to be able to do that, to change that on your suit. Alright, what do we have down here? That looks something out of another game, which I don't want to mention. It says here, excavation blade technology. An excavation blade here, excavation BL for blade. Augment your Colossus exocraft with a new obstacle demolition attachment. This specialized technology allows the Colossus to collect a small number of resources from minerals and vegetation upon collision. So they added a collision on the front of this here blade, and with this collision you can collect resources, a small amount only, a small amount because the blade isn't big enough to hold large amounts of resources from minerals and vegetation upon collision, and reduces grime and scratches to the exocraft's paintwork. That is also another cool idea that they did it this way as well. Which, if you, I think the reason why they added collision, why they did it this way, is because the collision of the blade here will prevent adding grime and scratches to the exocraft's paintwork. If they did, if they did a different way, if they wouldn't have added the collision, because the collision is only there for to stop the paint job from your exocraft getting grime and scratches. If they would have did it a different way, the other way, without the collision up front here, you still can collect minerals even without the collision, but then you will probably have the problem that you will get grime and scratches on your paint job, on your exocraft paint job, if they did it the other way without the collision up front here. So the collision up front is only preventing the exocraft from getting scratched up on the paint job here. So that is what I wanted to say on that one. But this vehicle looks pretty sick and looks pretty cool as well. You have the flatbed on the front here. Can we get that loaded up? Yes, we can. Come on. Here it is. It's got the flatbed on the back here. It looks like a wheel, almost like a tracked wheel loader, like in real life stuff. Looks pretty cool. Alright, let's see what they have down here. Now these are the minerals that you can pick up. That is carbon, that is hydrogen, that is oxygen, that is carbon plus, that is ferrite, and that is magnetized ferrite. So you can pick up these minerals here with this here plate. That's why they added the minerals down here that you can pick up. I wonder what the textures will look like when you pick up carbon with the blade here. I wonder what the textures will look like from each one of these minerals. You got different types of mineral textures, like you would have in Farming Simulator, ground textures, gold, sand, gravel, what have you, on mining maps. Like in all other games, these different types of textures, what they will look like when they are inside the bucket here. So that's going to be interesting to see the different types of textures for these minerals inside the bucket here. So that's going to be pretty cool to see. Alright, we're going to end it here. We're going to continue this in part 3. So thanks for watching. I hope you've liked this video. Let me know in the comments below what you think of this update so far. And we have here the latest patch notes. And we'll see you guys in part 3. Bye bye.